Hi, I'm Scott Peckstein, Vice President of Sales for AutoBytel. Welcome to the second AutoBytel Dealer Insight Series, where we'll be delving into the factors that influence car buying behavior. We're also going to offer you advice on how to use this information to sell more cars. Today we'll be talking about how we gathered our results, what is influencing buying behavior, local market conditions and competition, demographics, brands being considered, and what's in the garage today. Also, reality of the offline and online car buying process and the challenges we all face today. For the purpose of this presentation, we will use the term committed, meaning did the consumer purchase the brand originally intended in the quote request? First, let's look at the processes that lead to the results. As part of our ongoing quality initiative, we have a relationship in place with RL Polk. We send all of the leads that we send to our dealer body through RL Polk, a little over 5 million a year. RL Polk reports back to us what's happening to those consumers. Specifically, we can speak to crossover between makes, brand defection, folks who submitted the Toyota request and ultimately bought a Nissan. New to used and used to new defection, folks who submitted the new car request and ultimately went used or vice versa. And specifically, what's happening on a dealer level. If we were to send 100 requests to a specific dealer, we report back to those dealers what's happening to those leads, who's buying, where they're buying, and specifically what they're buying. Let's talk about the three factors that are driving a change in buying behavior today. Brand parity, resulting from merging in Tier 1 and Tier 2 brands. Domestic bankruptcies, recalls, a tsunami not too long ago. Ultimately, on the brand side, we see a lot less loyal generation of consumers out in the marketplace today. Product parity, as a result of increased marketing spend and industry quality awards. And lastly, improved online content. We see consumers spending more time researching and spending time online today. Ultimately, consumers use ratings and reviews as well. Polk has reported back to us. Now, depending on the source of the lead, AutoBytel leads today are closing anywhere between 16 and 25%. Now, for a dealer to close at 8 or 10%, a lot of dealers would be happy with that. But what this data tells us is there's still more than 50% of the sales are buying somewhere else. So there's a tremendous opportunity here as far as dealers to sell more of the leads. The traditional funnel dictates that a consumer considers less vehicles as they get closer to the purchase. However, studies have shown that at various times in the funnel, the consumer is actually increasing their consideration set. Think of the funnel as you see it today and replace it with a snowman, where the final decision is often done in the very final week. So there's a myth out there. When a quote request is submitted, my competition is the same brand down the street, when the reality is consumers are still considering other vehicles. Let's start with what we can see at a dealership level. This is a real dealer where we changed their name. As you can see, even with a 21% close rate, they still lost half of their sales. They lost 2 used car sales where the consumer bought a used car Chevy at another dealer, even though the initial request was for a new car. They also lost 2 sales to other brands, reinforcing the fact that the consumer was still shopping and considering other brands. How we would coach this dealer is different than a message to a dealer losing a large number of same brand sales to another dealer in that same market, or a dealer losing the majority of their sales to another brand.